Harberts from the back row. Mazon with a bump set. Here's Brandis Smith. That is just long. Seacrest in the net, didn't matter, that ball was going to fall in for a point off the left-handed bayline anyway.
St. Francis has some great fundamental skills, the volleyball skills that are just the fundamentals. I'm watching how they approach, how they pass, how their body is. I mean, they are really always set up in position very well.
Matsumoto pushes it to Grimshaw, and she's called for a double contact. It's critical for the Stingrays to get off to a good start here in the third set. They have not done that in a 5-point hole, needing to win this set to keep the match going. Attack from Karina did not make it across the net.
And this is where St. Francis is good at knocking their opponent out of system, and they seem to be doing that.
St. Francis got a piece of the attack from Grimshaw, but Emily Bayline not able to react quick enough. The kill on the 6'2" junior outside, top hitter for Seacrest. Trying to rally from 5 points down. Nice clean contact from Harberts. Matsumoto, a little bit long. So many of the mistakes for Seacrest have been self-inflicted. Right,
just errors after error. And that's part of, I think, probably just gelling together as a team and working out those kinks. And
Jair Toledo called for a double contact. Jesus Montalvo all smiles as Seacrest Country Day takes their second time out of this third set. Stingrays trying to get back to the top. Won the 2A championship in 2013, 26-5. State runner-up in 2014, lost to eventual champ Lake Worth Christian in the region finals a year ago. So this is now 4 years in a row that Seacrest Country Day will either win a state championship or lose to the eventual state champion. And this is a program that looks like it's here to stay in the smaller classification.
Yes, I think that these girls are great players. They are younger and they've got a lot more, playing to do. I think that we've just seen this team, they want it, they're getting better. But he said, their coach said, we've got to be a better blocking team. We have to be a better blocking team. We have to do less, we just have to have less errors.
That title in 2013, the first ever in Collier County volleyball. Banner hanging in the Seacrest Country Day gym. Hoping to add to it. Jem Grimshaw with the kill, and she will rotate to the back row to serve. Each team is allotted 2 timeouts per set. So Jan Klaas has used both. He will not be able to bring his team to the sideline again. That was Rajayi with the bump set from the back row. Falk's attack skates across the tape. Harberts, that's on the back line.
A great attack by Harberts. She's just putting it in those deep corners. They are hard to get no matter where you are on either court. They're hard to get.
So Seacrest can put together a rally with their top attacker in the back row. Once again, it's Harberts. Back back-to-back kills for the 5'11 senior.
And here she is making smart plays, consistent plays. I think if Seacrest stays consistent like they are right now, they're going to keep moving up the scoreboard.
Late decision by Mazon to take that serve. A precise set for Benton. Toledo and Matsumoto both come near our broadcast position.
Or I thought you might take the ball. You may have played it.
I knew the table was going to stop them. I wasn't all that concerned about them taking us out, but you were quickly backing up. You didn't want any part of that. I can't blame you. It's a natural reaction. Harberts doesn't get off her feet. Benton does, and it's wide.
You can see Benton, she looks for those sharp corners, and it's risky, but she loves that cross-court cut shot, and sometimes it goes wide, but she's not afraid to go for it.
More than 1,200 kills in her career. She has left a legacy within this program. Coming through the middle, 2 blockers there to slow it down for Seacrest, and Grimshaw comes through from the back row.
Wow, great kill by Grimshaw. She jumped up and attacked like she was in the front row. Just a lot of power, a lot of energy, and she jumps really high as well, as has that reach. And a beautiful set.
Sieber with a great serve and a free ball for Seacrest. Grimshaw out of the pipe, dumps it into the net. And it's about that stage of the match that the Stingrays have to be pretty much error-free from here on out.
You're right, absolutely. This is those points right there. You can just see on the scoreboard. It's right here. They've got to shut it down. They've got to start getting some points for their team. And
Grimshaw used her fist to keep it alive, but the ball into the net.
A great effort by Grimshaw. She has that same intensity as Branda Smith does, as far as the humble. They just know they can do it. They have confidence. The next ball, she's give it to me. I want it.
But out of rhythm there. Grimshaw had to set it across. Matsumoto goes to Harberts. He's been featured heavily here the last several points. Grimshaw from the back row, much more in rhythm that time. Bump set Benton. And Grimshaw wisely pulled her right hand away and allowed that to sail out of bounds.
We are seeing some really good things out of Seacrest, like you said. We've got Jareen Harberts, a lot of power, and she's really changing the game. And this is what happens when you're playing in these matches. You see people come out and start really playing great volleyball.
Matsumoto betters the second ball to give Grimshaw a swing, but Mazon not going to put it down against her. Harberts into the deep corner.
Here she goes. Harberts is really starting. Her game is just picked up in this set a lot. She's excited. She's got enthusiasm. She's making plays. A great spot. She put it right there. That deep corner, really hard ball.
6 kills for Jareen Harberts. Branda Smith back in. Karina
with the block against Branda Smith. That's something she's pumped. Gives Seacrest some momentum here to keep fighting for points.
The sisters, Jordan and Sydney, putting up a wall. And a rare ace. Piper Matsumoto brings Seacrest Country Day to within 1 at 15-14. It is 4 straight scored by the Stingrays. Branda Smith free balls it over. Great chance to tie it up. And Karina does. Timeout, St. Francis. Down 15-10 here in the third. Seacrest Country Day has scored 5 consecutive points. And we are tied in set number 3. Jesus Montalvo, as emotional as we have seen from any coach or any player, for that matter, so far at the state tournament.
He has a lot of emotion. He seems to really connect, though, with his players, and they connect to him. You can just feel, and I feel that with Seacrest, too. They really have respect for these coaches. You can't, the best of the best are here in the state championship who have worked all season for this moment. Seacrest is not willing to just let it go. You can tell they've just upped their game. They're doing everything that we've been wanting to see out of some of their hitters are coming out in the clutch, and it matters.
Montalvo started his high school coaching career as an assistant at Trinity Catholic here in Ocala. He was the head coach at Villages Charter School, guided the team to the district finals for the first time ever, and jumped at the opportunity to take over a St. Francis program.
Oh, wow, what a save.
Sieber and Matsumoto both scrambling, but Brandis Smith finishes the point for St. Francis.
Wow, what a save by the girls from Seacrest and Brandis Smith putting it away.
It was former Florida Gators assistant Nick Sharonis that coached St. Francis to the state championship match back in 2012. And Montalvo has continued to build upon the foundation that he set. Miscommunication between Sieber and Karina. And again, critical for Seacrest to play mistake-free. Great serve by Benton. Harberts on the right side, powers it through the hands of Megan Mitchell.
Great approach by Harberts. She's just seems to have a great disposition on the court. She's excited, she's got enthusiasm, and keeps her team upbeat. And I've watched her playing and just seems to really be coming out into the set.
Harberts with the dig. Here's Karina. And the officials rule that that ball did not make it across the tape. No contact made by the St. Francis blockers. Wolves certainly willing to trade points at this stage of the match. They lead by 2. Grimshaw back in the front row. Mitchell feeding Falk. Back to Grimshaw. Awkward contact. Here's Brandis Smith.
Mazon with the save there.
A 4th attack on this rally for Grimshaw, and it's wide.
Wow, what a play here. Just a little bit wide. She went for that line shot.
Looked like the right call. Karina, that's on the back line. Call made by Jeremy Wiggins. The husband-wife combination calling lines. Jeremy and Teresa Wiggins. Joined by Michelle DiCarlo and Teresa Halliday, 4 officials calling this 3A championship match. Back set, Brandis Smith. There was contact made at the net. Point for St. Francis.
I just saw, you see Brandis Smith, she said, come on, let's go, like we want this. And
that's about the most demonstrative reaction we've seen from her.
I really, really like her intensity, though.
That serve just dove after it went across the tape. 4-point lead for St. Francis, and the Wolves now 4 points away from their first ever state title.
And like you said, Seacrest doesn't have another timeout, so they're going to have to just push together here.
Matsumoto on 2. Rajayi well-positioned defensively. And a perfect tip by Emily Bayline. Read the block and placed the ball in the open part of the floor.
What a great spot. She could really just see it and went for it. It was open. A great play.
The fans from St. Francis are starting to feel it. Harberts from the back row. That's long. A 6-point margin to work with for St. Francis here in the third. There's Karina. Benton picks it up in the back row. And Grimshaw leaning back on that attack, but still able to get enough on it to get it into the block and score a point.
You can see she's fired up. She wants to keep going. She's got her face on, game face right here. She knows that they've got to make some plays.
Bayline, a rare attack on the outside, right into the waiting hands of Marissa Murray. Jai Toledo serving for Seacrest. Benton from the back row. Toledo takes the first contact. Two touches on back-to-back swings from Falk. They'll go in the middle, Bayline, and a double contact whistled on Megan Mitchell. Jen Class really trying to encourage his team to give everything they have to fight back. They've cut the deficit to 3. Falk. Harberts with the dig. The ball hit off the basketball hoop. Bayline, triple block. Seacrest not allowing the ball to hit the floor. Falk does a nice job just tipping that ball over. Grimshaw with the kill.
Wow, a scrappy rally there, and Grimshaw putting it away for the point, moving right up the scoreboard.
14 kills for Grimshaw. 23-21, 3 in a row for Seacrest. Falk, was there a touch? It was out. And the point to Seacrest. They say no touch on the block.
I thought I heard a touch, but I didn't see it, so I think that's kind of where you're... Let's see the replay here.
It didn't look like it, but I heard something just like you did.
I don't know.
Point for the Stingrays. What a huge lift it would be if they could even it up. Oh, Toledo at the last second decided to try and make contact. And it's match point for St. Francis. The big Grimshaw free balling it over. Great opportunity for the Wolves. Benton into the net. Can Seacrest stave off one more match point? Not great first contact. Into the middle of the court, Matsumoto. Rajayi with the dig. Benton another chance to end it. Here's Harberts. Block slowed it down. Benton free balls it deep into the court. It's Bayline. St. Francis is a state champion for the first time ever.